If I came to you, many of the parents out there, and I said, what's more scary, having a child or facing off against one of these high-level fighters? I suspect many of you would be like, I don't want to fight this scary guy. But for me, at this point in my career, the opponents, yes, they're intimidating, but they don't scare me. The idea of having a baby, it's scaring me so much. And we're going to talk about that today and how we can go about maybe facing our fears, and maybe you guys will give me some insight and make me a little bit more calm. So I hope everybody will excuse the renovations, the disaster around here. What I want to talk with you guys about today is this advice which everybody keeps giving me. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm ready to have kids, and so many people are like, you just dive in and you do it and everything will work itself out. And if I gave that advice to somebody for fighting, I would be like, I'm the worst coach ever. Terrible advice. You don't just dive in. And what I want to show you guys is this room here, which is a disaster. It needs new wallpaper or a new paint job or something, but this room here terrifies me. This will be the baby room at some point. This room is so much scarier than this one in here. And this one in here is one which you guys have seen many, many times. There we go. We got all the belts. Still, had to do a little bit of reno stuff, but basically, how does this room less intimidating? How at this point in my career can I go, you know what? Fighting somebody, fighting these high-level guys, I can do that. It's no problem. I'll be nervous, but I won't be freaking out. Whereas this other room in here, oh my gosh, this one gives me anxiety sometimes coming through. It's a little echoey in here too. But what I want you guys to think about is taking your time. Taking your time when you have something that scares you and going, it's okay to slow down, it's okay to have a plan. I think that's the way to go. I think that's the responsible way, because I've done that for my whole fight career and it's worked out well. Lay out a plan, take your time, don't rush things, make sure everything is formatted. I get the titles, no bad concussions, feeling healthy, 37, still going. When we have kids, I want to do the same thing. Have it planned out, don't rush it, be a good parent, good father, and that's my plan. But man, it's still scary. It's so scary. I don't know if everybody out there whose parents can relate, if you just kind of went, I'm having kids and that's it, and we're just going to make it happen and deal with it, or if you were a little bit more strategic. I'd love to hear what you guys say, what you think about having kids. But I just think it's kind of funny that, like the thumbnail, the picture of the baby legitimately scares me more than my last opponent, who is, screaming and yelling and muscular. I was like, I can get through this. That's not a big deal. Little toddler, oh my gosh. So this is just a little short video for today, just letting you know that even the guys, the fighters who are at the high level, we still have lots of fears. I remember one time, this will be a quick story and then I'll call it for today. One time I fought this big, scary, black, muscular dude. And I went into the fight so confident and had very little nerves. I actually posted that fight last week. I'll probably link it up there if I can find it, or a couple weeks ago. About a week later, after fighting that guy, this was before I met my wife, there was a girl at one of the gyms, and I was like, I want to ask this girl out. And my God, calling her scared me more than actually getting in and fighting this big, scary, muscular guy. And I couldn't explain why it was more scary, aside from the fact that the experience that I had through my amateur career just made me more comfortable. So, keep that in mind. Fear, it's natural. Whenever you have a fear, face it, but have a plan structured. I think that'll get you through everything a little bit easier, and there'll be less stress on your plate. Hopefully that'll be the case when my wife and I end up having kids, but not yet. I still have to build this YouTube channel more. I have to have more fights. We will get there. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in today. I will have more training footage for you very soon.